All right, the first thing we're going to do is convert this first file, the third or bottom flipper, over to a pull-out drawer. First step, make sure everything's unlocked. Take this flipper out just to make it a little easier. To do that, there are these little buttons that you push and it releases them. Set it off to the side. Same thing on the bottom. This front here we will convert, so I'm going to bring it over here to the table. I'm going to remove this drawer body. By doing that, pull inward, lift up, close, hold on to the bottom, push inward, and lift upward. Make sure you close that and rotate your interlock. Next thing we need to do for this is to remove both slides. To do that, extend them out completely, grab, twist inward, and lift up and out. Same process, only reverse. What we have here next is there are some what we call a crossover rod. So there is a plastic shroud and a steel rivet right here that we will have to break out using the cold chisel and a mallet on both sides. Once again, make sure that you have a cold chisel with a hand guard, because you will have to hit this. You're putting this in between the support member and the crossover rod. You might want to stand back a little bit. And we're just about out. Another one should do it. Same process for the other side. Just about out. This crossover rod will no longer be used. That becomes scrap. Make sure you remove any parts and pieces that fell through. Keep that nice and clean. Next thing we need to do is to convert our front over. To do that, we will wind up drilling out these 4 rivets using a 1/8 inch drill bit. Make sure you have your safety glasses on. You do not have to drill all the way through, you just want to rip the top cap off. Now the hinge will pop out. I'm going to tap these down just a little bit. Now, you will take your drawer body and align your holes. As such. So you'll have one towards the bottom of your slot and one at the bottom hole. And at that point you will use some self-tappers, which we will provide for you. This will take a Phillips driver. and 2 screws. Oops. And 2 screws on the opposite side. One thing you want to do when you're doing this is to make sure that you have a clean surface to put your front down. If you do not, use a blanket or for some type of other protection. All right, front is now installed. At this point here, we will put our slides back in. Standard process, bayonets and slots. Sliding it in to the back side, pushing it in, gentle, gentle. Same thing on this side. However, when you're doing this, sometimes your lock bar gets in the way of your lock bar or the slide, so sometimes it helps to put it in the lock position. Insert, push inward, gently. Now, there's 2 different things you can do. One is this slide mechanism is no longer in use. It's not going to interfere with the drawer function. In this case, we're going to take it out. You do not have to take it out. There are 3 screws on both sides, 1 at the very back, and 2 on each front side. Repeat for the other side. Okay, it's now loose. Slide out. This, along with the crossover bar, will no longer be used in this condition. Extend your slides. Insert your drawer body as per normal process. Making sure drawer is fully seated. Locked. There we go. Make sure that functions. Good. As a secondary precaution on these fronts, the second level, we will be adding the other bracket. This gets added with just 1 screw. Make sure I get this the right way. It's going to go just like this. They are non-handed, so you can flip it either way. Because this already has a screw hole there, you do not need a tech screw. Any kind of screw will work. All we are doing with this feature here is decreasing the slot width where the crossover bar goes into. Okay, if you need to adjust it because it's sliding, use your hand screwdriver. All right, at that point you're completed. You can come in, slide your drawer in, drawer front, and attach it from the underside. Sometimes it helps if you take the other drawer, and you're just engaging your slides. Okay, we're engaged. locks. And that's completed. There may be some trimming that will be required, but there should be minimal to, if any. So that completes that file.